everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Love and Money Live. We are so glad you've joined us today. We are super excited about this topic, and we're going to dive right in. In the meantime, we love thumbs up. We love hearts flying across the screen. So give us some love. If you have any questions, let us know. We've
Or
got
comments.
Comments, too. We love it. We love it. We love it. So we're going to talk about a really important topic, something that we've actually struggled with inside of our relationship with our kids and each other, and that is the gimmies. And in this day and age when things are made so readily available for our kids, it is super important to be intentional with this part of your relationship with each other and then also with your kids. It's just so amazing how the fights can start. And you know, we're going to really give you some hands-on ideas and things that you can do to stop the gimmies in your relationship.
Absolutely. You know, we've all been there. And sometimes I have the gimmies. Like I'm in a department store and I'm like, I just want that. No rhyme or reason. But man, this is so intense with our kids. And I'll throw one of mine under the bus right now. Yeah. Cole was not a huge gimme.
No, he's not.
He
still isn't.
Cade.
We're going to talk about that, why some are and some aren't.
He's our give me kid.
Yep.
So we really had to struggle with that. And I think part of it too is that sometimes as parents, it's easier just to give in to the give me's.
No,
it's
so
easier just to say, you know what, I don't really want to have this discussion. It's a $50 sucker. Just get it so we don't have to push back. But I know that what Beth and I found is that pushback is really, really important sometimes to do.
Okay, so some of the gimme examples would be those small things like Scott was talking about, especially when your kids are little and they put all those things right at their eye level. We'll talk about that in a minute too, but it could be the more expensive things like shoes. We've got this kid, Cade, and love him to death, but he loves shoes, and so we're thinking in our minds we're going to buy shoes, and all of a sudden he's picking out the $150 shoes.
Pair of LeBrons.
Yeah, there we go. Well, $200, but...
Well, that was actually, we got those on sale though. So
that's true.
We said no way on the $200 pair of LeBrons. Ridiculous. We got a cheaper pair of LeBrons.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways,
all right.
They are sweet.
And then also another examples we're seeing with our teenagers too is they want to go out to eat. You know, when we were growing up, they didn't have all these fast food restaurants and stuff. So it's just so easy to get kind of caught up into that. It's like they just say, oh, can we just go to McDonald's or can we just go to Chick-fil-A?
Because they're eating all the time anyways.
Right, exactly.
And sometimes it's not even that expensive. Like sometimes can we just swing into Taco Bell and get a snack? And if they get, 5 tacos, it's like, what, $5?
Right. It's not
it's not this huge amount, but it's a habit.
Exactly. And what our job is as parents is to grow our kids up to be responsible and financially responsible kids. And it starts with us as parents, especially in these gimme, situations. We want to give you a little bit of some statistics real quick.
Sorry about itching my eyes.
Oh,
my allergies are killing me today.
Are you okay, honey?
Colorado allergies.
Oh, that's true. They're not fun, are
Brutal
they?
in the summer.
Brutal.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Okay, so we found this article, and it was by Business Insider. It's 15 ways that supermarkets trick you into spending money, and 2 of them had to do with kids, and we thought we would share them with you. The first one, we could not believe it. Starting back in 1938, when the grocery cart was invented, listen to this. It was designed. So the grocery cart was designed. You know how
this
you
is
got
what
the
it says on the pack.
Yeah, exactly. It's designed to let customers park their child in the little seat so they can make larger purchases and put them inside of the grocery cart. So they're starting so intentionally. It even started back in 1938. One other one we want to share with you is just how they put things purposely at kids' eye level. This is where you'll find like the sugary cereal is that kind of at their eye level, Easy Mac, and other items. So the kid will just grab it and then, beg their parents to buy it. And I know I've been there, especially with Cade. So it's just, they're real intentional with us. It's not like this is just happening perchance all the time. It's just really, they've learned how to entice our children. And then let's look at all the social media and TV and all that. We could go on and on and on forever. But you know what's really interesting? We have 5 really good ways to stop the gimmies. But here is one thing that we want to share with you. You may have one child who's really into the gimmies and one child who isn't. We have that. And you may be asking yourself, why is that? Why do some want and some don't, and they came from the same parents? Here's why. Because your kids have a primary and secondary, what's called their money personality. It's bred into them in their DNA when they are born, or actually when they are conceived, for crying out loud.
Although they're not doing a lot of spending in the womb.
That's
The conceive thing was kind of creepy.
That was kind of weird.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, all I want to say is it's in your DNA, and we've got lots of articles on our blog about that and so on and so forth. But it is so crucial to really understand what your kids' primary and secondary money personalities are, because then you won't wonder. And you can even realize what they are as little as age 4 and 5. So all of that to say, make sure you know your kids' 2 money personalities. We have assessments online that you can help you figure out. But all of that is to say, you may, and it's not a mistake, to have some that are and some aren't. Some have that natural propensity towards it. Okay, so our child that has the propensity towards it, he is a primary spender, so he loves to spend money, and
loves to spend our money.
Loves to spend our money, and we're working on him turning that into generosity to give to others. But we're working on that. But then also secondarily, he's a security seeker. But his primary is spender, so man, he is all over it. So really, really interesting to kind of watch kids and how they operate. One other quick story. I was in Lowe's last weekend, and I was standing at the checkout, and it was so fascinating. You know how they have those sodas, that you can get coolers now? You can just open the cooler. This little kid, he must have been about 5. He opened the cooler, grabbed a Pepsi, and said, "Daddy, can I have this?" And his dad said, "Oh, okay." And then the mom was right around the corner, and he ran up to the mom. "Mom, look what I get to get." And his mom was so ticked. And then their other child was like, "Well, I want one too." And the dad was like, "Well, why don't you guys share?" And then they're like, "No, I don't want to share. I want to get one." And you could tell the irritation that the parents had, and then the irritation that the kids were having, and they were embarrassed and all of that. So this is happening. So this gimme issue is just so prevalent, even in a Lowe's, just on a Saturday morning. So
let's jump into the 5.
Okay, so here we got 5 tips for you. All right, the first one is realize it is becoming a habit for your child. So go on what we call the gimme fast. All right, we'll just talk just about ourselves here. We were finding that both of our kids there for a while, especially when they were like 5 to 7, like every time we go to the grocery store, they would like grab a candy bar or ask for something or ask for this, ask for that. And we were talking about it, and we just decided we were going to go on what we called a gimme fast. And what that meant is we agreed together for 6 months, we are not going to buy anything that wasn't intentionally bought. You know what I'm saying, in the sense of just kind of that spur of the moment, let's just go grab something. We're not going to buy anything. We're not going to do it, and we're not going to let them do it either. And so what that did is that just helped us. And you know what was amazing? It only took like 2 or 3 times to say no, and the kids stopped asking.
Yeah.
So it's so great. These gimme fast. So do a family gimme fast, and it's a great way to start and to kind of break the cycle of what's happening. And you can even tell them that you're going to do that. I mean, we didn't, but you could, and that's really important. You want to tell them the second one?
Yeah. So the second one is when you go into the store, tell your child that this is a list stop. And Beth was the master of this because she a lot of times was with Target or the grocery store. And usually when I did the grocery shopping, I did it by myself. But the list stop was, hey guys, all we're going to get is what's on this list. So right away, they knew, even before they went into the store, that they were going to get a no. And I think no is something that is a good word we need to use as parents, probably more. Yeah. But the list stop just automatically set the parameters, the boundaries before we even went into the store. So we're huge into list stops. And then occasionally Bethy would not do a list stop, and they would say, "Mom, is this a list stop?" And she'd be like, "No, you know what? You did great in school today," or "That A, you can get a treat on our way out." And so it became actually more of an exciting opportunity, but the list stop is huge. Do the list stop.
Okay, and here's another thing that's really good about that. So before you go in the store, just so you know, guys, this is a list stop. The thing that's really cool about it is when they do ask for something, you can say, let's see, you tell me, is that on the list? And they're like, oh. So you know what I mean? It's just really, really great way to kind of, again, curb that spending appeal to any of your children. All right.
So you do point 3 and I'll do 4.
Okay, sounds great. The third one is give them the maximum amount you will pay for an item before you go in and buy it. This is really important for those older kids.
Yeah.
Because they can just get suckered into, I need this, We'll go back to the shoes thing. All of a sudden, we need these expensive tennis shoes for basketball, or we need something for some sport or band or whatever. And so you're really important that you're be real intentional, and you talk about this before. And you will be amazed at how quickly your kids kind of glomp onto it. As a matter of fact, sometimes our kids will say, now how much do I have to spend on that? Even before we go in. So you're training them to think. The other thing that's cool about the list thing, I'll just say one other thing about that, is it teaches them that they should go into a store with a limit and a list.
Absolutely.
So 2 L's there. Really good way to teach them. All right, number 4.
So number 4, I touched on this on accident a little in point number 1, but is teach them what no means. And no is a word that I struggle with because I love being the good guy. I love my kids being happy all the time. We had kids a little older in life, but I love when they're happy, and I get excited when they get excited. But no is part of life. I mean, as a business owner, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as parents, as adults, we deal with disappointment in our lives, and it's not such a bad thing for the kids to be disappointed every once in a while that mom and dad aren't going to buy this, or that mom and dad said no. But let your no be no. Don't say no going in and yes going out.
That's the worst.
Because that's, not only is that harder on you as a parent because now you're dealing with it more often, it's confusing for the kids. So let your no be no. Point number 4 is let your no be no, stick with it, and let them live with a degree of disappointment.
There we go. Really good. All right. Our 5th point is maintain a united front. Super important for us to be on the same wavelength before the kids even know the approach. And if you're arguing about it, then find some compromise and find some happy mediums about it. Because really important to be on the united front. You know, I had a lady and she was cleaning my teeth, and she was telling me the story about her son and how they had agreed not to buy anything for their kid. And her husband and son came home, and the son came running in the door, running upstairs. Anyway, bottom line, she found out that her husband did buy him a toy when they had agreed not to. So don't go against what you agree. This relationship is more important than any relationship, and really important for them to see and to learn how to not play off of each other.
Absolutely.
So 4 really good points, honey.
5 good points.
5 good points, sorry. Let me just repeat them really fast. Realize if the gimme is becoming a habit, and go on a gimme fast. When you go to the store, tell them that this is a list stop. Give them the maximum amount that they'll pay before you buy it. Teach them what the word no means, and last, be on a united front. Super important points. Not always easy to implement, but you know what? It gets easier. So start today. And you know what? We put a great book together, The 5 Money Conversations to Have with Your Kids at Every Age and Stage. This is like your Bible as a parent in money. It's so awesome. It takes 3 age groups, 5 to 12, 13 to 17, and 18 to 25, and gives you, for each of those age groups, 5 money conversations that are crucial to have. So go out there, pick up a copy of yours, and then also head to our website and make sure that you know your kids' primary and secondary money personalities, so you can parent them in the best way possible. We were so excited that you were with us today for Love and Money Live. We're going to come back to you next week, live from Colorado Springs. And anything else last you want to say?
No, I think we're good.
All
Let's
right.
just keep working together on raising good kids.
Absolutely. And as always, make it
happen.